Alright, what's up, punks? My name is Havoc, and today I'm reading you guys like a Storytime Sunday type thing. You see, I don't really have anything special to upload, like no series or anything to upload on Sunday. It's just random videos, mini-tages, whatever. So I'm just uploading some random things, and today I'm just gonna, tell you guys a story of some things that happened with me and my friends a couple years back. Before I get into that, the gameplay in the background is some Capture the Flag on Rise, playing some Titanfall. Depending on how long this takes, it'll either be the first half or the second half of the gameplay, or maybe even the full thing. This full gameplay is like 16 minutes. Hopefully it don't take me 16 minutes to cover the story. So, we'll see. So, this happened like, I don't know, 2-3 years ago, with me and 3 of my other friends. So, just to give you guys the rundown, I live in this neighborhood, and there's this barn in front of my neighborhood that we like to go in and hang out. And I live in this neighborhood, and one of my other friends live in this neighborhood. And my 2 other friends were staying with my other friend, if that makes sense. So 3 of them one house, and then I stay at my house. And we played Xbox that night, I think. And then they came down in the morning. So it was Friday night and then Saturday afternoon when they came down. So we were hanging out, we were bored. We didn't want to play Xbox anymore, so we were like, hey, let's go down to the barn. So, to get to this barn, it's in the front of our neighborhood, and to get to the barn without being caught, and you don't want to get caught because one time our friends had the cops called on them before this, so I was really like nervous about going. This is like my second time going down there, so we went down there, and to get there, you have to walk through this like swampy field full of horse crap, and there's a horse down there too. It's freaking scary, and like we walked right past it when we went down there. But anyways, so you have to walk through this field, and you enter through the back, and in this barn, facing the front of it, you walk in, and on the top right there's a loft, and right in the front back is the hay bales, and there's like a little loft to the left where like a chicken coop used to be, but it's really tall, so I don't think there was anything there when we went there. And then to the left, like behind that, is just like where some horses could be, I guess, but it's kind of simple laid out, nothing, oh my gosh, too special. Sorry, I'm burping and coughing all over the place. But so we enter through the back, because if you walk through the front, the old man who owns the barn will see you, and he'll call the cops, blah blah blah. So we snuck it through the back like sneaky freaks. So I don't know why I said that, but anyways, so we're walking in there. We're hanging out, and to see if the old man's coming, like we have this, like there's this little hole you could see through to see if the old man's coming, and you're gonna get busted. So you sneak out, and there's a little hole you could see through the side of the barn to see if the old man's coming, to see this front of this house. So we're down there, and I took first watch, because, nice guy I am. I'm like, nobody wants to do it, so I was like, I'll do it, but you have to do this after me. And they're like, okay. So I'm sitting there for about 5-10 minutes maybe, and I didn't see anything, so I'm like, alright, somebody's switching me. And literally, as soon as my friend switches and gets and looks through the hole, he's like, he's here. I'm like, you're literally retarded. You can't fool me that easy. So the expression on his face, he's like so freaked out. So I'm like, what are you talking? And I look, and there's nothing there. And I'm like, you're retarded. And he's like, shh. And I look over at the door, the very front, and the old man walks in. And I swear the old man looks at me. And I'm like, how doesn't he see me? I was like, I'm screwed. But as soon as he like comes in, I dive. I'm on the loft, and the whole hole is through the loft. So I dive, and I'm on top of the loft, and there is this hay bale up there. And literally, I'm a pretty tall guy, so this hay bale is like, my legs are sticking out the whole time. I don't know how he doesn't see me, but I'm sitting there, and I peek my head out through above the hay bale every now and then. But we were literally in there for 10, 15, 20 minutes. We were in there for a long time. So to give you the rundown of like how my friends were positioned, I was behind that on the loft on the hay bale, or behind the hay bale, between the wall and the hay bale. I'm getting nervous and shaking right now, because it's so scary. If you guys have ever hid from anything, like in like a horror movie where they're hiding from like a monster or something. You know, you're freaking out. You're like, oh my god, he's gonna get me. You know, things like that. But anyways, my other two friends are in the middle of the hay. They're like, I don't know how they weren't seen either, but they were literally right there in the middle. So we're just sitting there, and so I don't know why I said that, but they're right there in the middle, like in the open. And my other friend, he's on top of the chicken coop, and as soon as we get in there, we notice there are some human-sized turds right there. I'm not even kidding, like piled up. I don't know if they're from like some freaked monstrous chickens or whatever, but there are some freaking huge turds right there. So my other friend was sit there with like he's stepping in it and like it's right in his face. So he's standing there, and we're there for like 15-20 minutes. So at the 15-20 minute mark, my two friends in the middle, I see them. I look up and I see them. They're like shh, shh, shh. And they're pointing at themselves, and they're like pointing out, and so I've watched them go out, and I'm like, okay, now's my chance. I didn't see the old man. I figured he'd ran out, so I run out, and as soon as I step out, he looks at me and he goes, "Hey!" And I feel the wind off his hand trying to grab my shirt. That was the scariest moment of my life. So I'm running, and to get out, like the field is surrounded by electric fence. So my friend, one of my friends that got out first, like the two, one of the guys there, he was probably one of the biggest out of us. Like he wasn't fat, but he was like a little bigger than most of us. So, and the funniest thing about that was he got out first, and like literally as soon as I ran out the door, he was already over halfway through the field, and I've never seen the kid run so fast in my life. So he's running, and my other friend, he's stuck on the electric fence. He tried to crawl under it, and this fence is like 4 foot tall. So he's like, he's stuck there. He's getting shocked, and I'm like, dude, I don't have time for this. So I literally jump over this fence and him. So I literally clear him, and he's like 5 foot tall, and the fence is like, and he's like laying long ways, so that's 5 foot long. And the fence is like 4 foot tall, so I literally clear him and the fence and start running. And as soon as I turn back, like he's like got up. And so we start walking up the road, and we're sitting there talking like, oh, where's our other friend? And so we walked up to his house because we figured, you know, he was he'd already went up to his house. And you know, on our way up there, we saw his stepbrother, his older stepbrother. He's like, hey, where's Tyler? And we're like, wait, he's not at the house? He's like, no. And we're like, oh my god. So we freak out. He's like, what's going on? We go, he's at the barn with the old man. And he starts freaking out. So we run down there, and the old man is at the other end of the road talking to some other farmer. And he's like sitting there looking at us, and he sees my friend in the barn run across his field. And he can't do anything about it. It's just so funny. And then he screams at us. He's like, call me when you guys come back. And we're like, okay, lol. And like, I was scared, so I didn't say anything. But like, it was literally like one of the scariest moments like I've ever been in. So you know, we go back, and we haven't been there since then, but we should probably go visit sometime. But the next day, actually, there was like a cop there. So I don't know if there's like you know, some cameras or some like thing that, you know, calls the guy whenever somebody goes in or something. I don't know, but like they probably did something. So if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know by leaving a like and a comment, and you know, follow me on Twitter to keep up to date on the videos I'm posting. Follow my Twitch just in case I feel like live streaming, and subscribe if you're new. And hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.